struck off after being given a task last time. Well, you've given several different tasks. And you struck off to try to find the source of the light skullcap mushrooms. You'd found a journal page amidst the belongings of the student whose tent you took occupation of. Visited one location and found a cave with several of these mushrooms growing. Thought location marked with what looks like a Y, but is actually supposed to be X, but it's probably just poorly drawn. Maybe the person drawing it was bumped at the time. But then you struck off further north, heading up on top of the plateau above the pass towards what you believed to be ruins that were marked on the map next to the northwest, or what would be the northeast. I believe, Crick, you struck off the air.
Correct. I do like getting a lay of the land whenever possible.
Okay. So you struck off to the air and tried to do a survey of the ruins, but it didn't work out. Maybe the little bit of blowing dust and red orbs floating through the sky. The somewhat darker lighting. The ongoing arcane storm seems to make you not be able to see it. From what height were you flying at? Is that 100 or?
I think we're kind of low because the walls were very short.
Okay. So just
But
from wherever the height you're at right now. About anything.
where we left off?
And then the rest of the group, were you waiting for him to report back, or?
F-Zero is, yes.
Julius and Kurlik, he's waiting as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Waiting.
As you guys are standing about, how far away from the ruins were you waiting? Just where you can start to barely see them, or closer than that?
They were, I guess, when we were in eyesight, yeah.
Okay. As you guys are standing there waiting for a report, Ovik, you scrambling over up the ramp, up on top of the plateau, see your group up ahead of you. After having looked for them for a little while, they seem to be all but one of the bird people there. They seem to be all kind of just standing around waiting.
He's gonna run up to them, very out of breath. But he finally catches his breath. You tall ass pieces of. Why'd you leave me?
We didn't.
Well, I came back and you were gone.
It's your
That makes
fault.
it sound like you were the one who did the leaving.
I went to go find stuff to create things of the explosive kind. Never mind that.
Alright, at this point, Crick flaps back into the group.
There's not much to report. But it does look like that similar weather from before, as you have probably seen yourself.
So the arcane storm is still brewing?
Yeah, it hasn't been long enough since you guys woke up.
Alas, the storm is going to put a damper on any plans I may have.
Good thing you're armed with your brain as well.
So what are we doing? I'm lost.
I start moving forward. Confident that I got nothing.
Like towards me or the ruin?
Oh, Ruin. I didn't see you either.
Well, look, I know I'm short, but come on.
Rolled a nat 1.
God damn!
So you start picking your way across the mostly flat hard rock towards the ruin that lies before you. There's a little bit of dust covering the ground, which shifts with the breeze of the arcane storm. You approach it and see the weathered stone brick walls that now only stand 2 to 3 feet high at the highest points. But the ruin itself stretches on for almost 100 feet in each direction. It's about 100 by 100.
Multiple buildings.
It looks like there could be possibly multiple buildings or just multiple rooms. Hard to tell with some of the degree to the walls have been weathered, but there appears to be somewhat of a bit of an open area on the north side, a little bit of a smaller open area as you approach from the south, and two sort of what almost look like could be rooms or standalone buildings on either side of the smaller open area. You could tell it's like an open area because a little bit of the dust is blown away to reveal somewhat of a tiled floor, as well as like a dry, almost looks like a shallow like pool, decorative pool.
Nothing interesting.
Search the area you can.
Okay, I can do so.
When did you get here?
Robots just gonna ignore you. Okay, what was it again? Just the exclamation point and investigation, right?
If you could have your character sheet pulled up on the computer too. Just click on the.
Oh yeah, that's right. My bad, my bad.
Yeah, you've got a little. You just click on the +2 or whatever.
I'm not used to this stuff. I'm sorry. Wow, that's juicy. 13.
So as you're investigating around, you come across what appears to be a kind of like almost metal hatch built into the ground as like partially covered by some of the dust.
It just looks like a hatch. That's it.
As best you can tell right now, like about 1 or about 18 inches by 18 inches.
He's gonna start kind of like wiping off the dust, seeing if there's any debris. Try to move it if he can.
Yeah.
Trying to get this, just trying to move it so he can get a better look at it.
As you move it along, it's old, definitely not rusted due to the lack of moisture here, but has been definitely corroded a little bit by the time. Appears to have a turning handle and some sort of locking mechanism
You will see if it's locked and trapped.
Want to check if it's trapped?
I'll check if it's trapped first.
Roll an investigation. One.
Investigation. 18, which is unnatural 20.
You can tell there's some sort of, as you're about to turn the handle, you can see that there's some sort of small pinhole-sized recesses dotted around the edge of this metal hatch. It almost strikes you as that, something what is probably supposed to shoot out of that when someone opens it without proper key being.
Okay, he will turn to the other side. Who's good with locks and traps?
Are you not?
Women.
I create things. I don't mess. Well, I do mess with things, but not like that.
More importantly, who has the tools to use such skills?
I do have some tools.
So that's a question.
Because if not, I'm just gonna start hitting it with the rock.
No, that's a question for the DM, I guess, right? Like we smuggled stuff in or whatever, but some of us have these tools that we can't really remove. I mean, I don't have those sorts of tools,
Right.
but they're just listed on our profile as something like basically as an extra.
I think that's
that we can't really remove.
proficiency.
You might be looking at the proficiency table, correct?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that just means that when you get them, you can use them. But if as long as
Oh,
they're
okay.
not, but like
So if there happens to be a water vehicle for some reason,
you are set, sir.
good.
Hold on. You're good at water vehicles in a
Yeah,
desolate landscape. We're having a land battle. No questions asked. I will figure it out.
Or you just
It's a
create
sand boat.
yeah, sand boat. Perfect.
Don't you
Yeah.
tempt me.
Hey, I think
All right.
they exist.
No,
Make a sand
Oh.
boat.
I will walk up to him.
if there's a breeze, that would work.
I'm sure somebody can generate some wind. We're going straight up
You're a wizard.
Avatar.
I don't think that's enough. It
Alright,
would smell,
sure it
but
is.
it wouldn't help
Alright.
any other way.
Someone
coming
say a
towards me?
lock?
Yes, this one. Be careful. There's all that, and I point out the traps.
Good eye. Can I attempt to work the lock? Do I look capable with my tools?
were you proficient?
Like, do I have the right tools?
Yeah, you have their lockpicking set. You look like something you could attempt to do. Were you proficient in lockpicking?
I have thieves' tools.
That's your proficiency.
hmm
Then yeah, you're proficient with that. So you could.
I guess I'm asking more if this is a lock that thieves' tools would work on.
You could attempt it.
Okay.
So you'd roll with your dexterity modifier and your proficiency modifier. Then
Proficiency is 2, dex is 3, so +5.
That's how that works.
I don't know if that's how it officially works, but that's how it does when I watch Critical Role. So I
It
just
works
go
for
with
me.
it.
I don't know how to. I guess I'll just have to manually add the.
So yeah, just roll a
modifier.
regular d20. We'll add it in theater of mind.
Or I could roll it on. The
Roll
thing.
20. Yeah, that's fine too.
Yeah. $16.
What was the plus?
Yep, 11 + 5.
All right, so you definitely bring the thieves' tools to bear, and you feel that the lock is having some sort of give as you try to work with it. Seems like it's jammed either a little bit with sand or time. but you feel like if you keep working at it, you could possibly still get it. Want to make another attempt? Or go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask if it's a warded lock, so that I could actually weather the elements. Type of locking mechanism. That's all.
Sample.
Smart people knowing real things. All right.
Do you want to roll one more time?
$17 this time.
All right. So, feeling that promise and that ability, that potential is there, that you haven't really met a dead end yet, you keep pressing on, and you manage to, and you feel, and it kind of releases, and you kind of hold your breath for a tense moment, but nothing seems to shoot out at you.
Movic is at least like 3 steps behind you, just watching.
I'd be trying to be observant of our surroundings if anyone else is coming. Since it's my
So you're actively looking, so why don't you roll a perception check?
sure. Haha.
Oh, it looks clear.
Yeah.
That is juicy.
Yep.
Of course, as I pick the lock, it doesn't look very impressive. I'm just not very charismatic in making things look impressive. It looks kind of sad that it took me this long.
Yeah, you got it open.
You had to find the right word pick for it. That's all.
All right. So you felt you felt the lock release. There's still the turn handle.
You want to do it, or you want me to do it? Just I walk up next to him.
You found it. Lead the way.
Oh, this might go horrible, and I'm gonna try and open the latch.
Okay.
You told me, don't tell me straight.
Okay. Need you to roll a strength check.
Damn it. Okay. An unnatural one.
Oh, that's a
You
save,
see-
though. That's
yeah.
a save.
Oh. Yeah.
That's still a 1.
I think that's
Still
still the
it's a
same
it's a
modifier. So you
Yeah.
see Movic just get up and rolling up his proverbial sleeves as he approaches this thing, and then he gets down, wraps his hands around the edges.
Damn piece of shit.
Tries-
Start open, God damn it. He's gonna give up and just look at you. You do the honors this time. I'm done trying.
Probably stuck with all the sand.
Get a natural 20, I'm gonna be so mad. You looking at him to do it again?
Oh, I don't know who you asked to do it.
Whoever's right next to me.
I guess that would be me. Unless someone
Or
else
me.
looks stronger. Yeah.
Well, whoever's strongest, can you please come open the latch?
Show you how it's done,
Kurlik
dear
just
brother.
smiles and walks up. And then gestures to Julius. Okay.
Gotta get these Danes, bro.
Oh. So if you could imagine like muscles rippling underneath feather plumage, Julius comes over to the thing and just you see like all his concealed muscles tense beneath his feathers, and you hear a mighty as the turning handle gives way, followed by a sudden release of air and a Julius, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, that's special.
That's your special too?
Okay. You managed to dodge out of the way as several small darts fly out of some of the holes. Some of the holes you can see the darts kind of jam up, and as sand is built up in the exits and small rocks, you can see like little darts don't make it out of some of the holes, but you managed to avoid the ones that do make it out. But the safe is now currently open.
See, that's how it's done, dear brother.
Wow. Represent.
Yeah,
I could have very well have just stood back and let those darts fly up, but thought that would be more dramatic.
Oh, you two are
I
talking
never
over
had
there.
your
Oh.
flair for dramatic.
What were you gonna say, Movik?
While they're going on, he's gonna look into the hole and see what's down there. If he
No
got
problem
hit-
for you with your dark vision.
I think it's only to 60. I wanna
I
say.
think everybody has dark vision,
Damn, I
Oh,
have
really?
dark vision.
Well, except for the
Yeah.
birds.
except for the birds. Apparently,
Yeah.
F-Tier also has dark vision.
Oh, so last round was all kind of unnecessary.
Yeah,
just-
Ebzir just really wanted to be touched by Kurlik.
Lots of hand holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's only up to 60 feet.
Yeah, it's fine. You can see it's only like probably 2 feet deep at most.
All that weasel attention.
Yeah.
Molbek will jump down and see what's around.
It's 18 inches wide. I don't know if you can fit in there.
He
Maybe.
gets up
Take
to
it.
try to
I'm a-
knock out. We
I
jump on
consider
his
it a
head,
small.
we probably could.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You could probably get your legs and waist in there. It's only 2 feet deep. Like I said, as you jump in, you kind of feel like some objects move around slightly, like you might have landed on some things inside.
Well,
Loose items.
he'll start grabbing them.
Probably
Best he
should have
can.
asked who's in there first.
Nah, it's fine. Got stuff in here anyways. Come on. As he starts like grabbing it, putting up there,
Okay.
whatever's there.
You find two glass vials filled with one filled with like a reddish liquid and the other filled with kind of a purplish, almost translucent liquid. And you find a rather ornate looking dagger, as well as a wooden stick.
Whole stick.
Yeah.
How big is the stick?
It's about, I'd say, 14.
Actual size.
It'd be a Ron Jeremy.
Oh, he'll hop out. Hop out. Well, we got 2 potions. This interesting looking knife and a stick.
Well, Ebzir,
I can identify them, but it will take a minute.
you want to see what these potions are?
You're gonna check what the potions are, Acrylic?
No, I was asking Ebzir
Oh.
if you wanted to.
I wish to
I'm
look
actually
over the
kind of
dagger.
interested in the stick at the moment.
Well, I have identify as well, so if you think they're magically inclined or whatever,
I'd like to take a dagger.
Well,
Alright.
if we were to identify them using our own magical abilities, we probably don't want to do that out here in the open. The arcane storm overhead.
very true. Who wanted the
I
knife?
knew he brought his weapon of intelligence.
All right, who wanted the knife first? We'll just give it to you since whoever's good with knives. Anyone?
That'd be
I think Julius wanted the dagger.
Yeah, Julius did.
Is the red liquid basically look the same as the potion I've already got?
Does.
I still don't trust it.
Okay, so I will assume
Do
it
the
is a
smell
healing
test.
potion. Well, since it looks similar enough, I'll take a quick taste to be sure. How about that?
Yeah, you could roll a Arcana check with advantage.
All right, with our advantage, I roll again. All right, 16.
Yeah, you can tell it's got healing properties similar to the potion you found up the butt of the dwarf, or the dead thing.
I know it's a lack of certain notes that makes me recoil or grimace a little bit.
Are you gonna
Well-
apply a similar taste test method to the other potion?
Well, I'm trying to take a closer look just to see if there's. You said it was a clear purplish liquid.
Yeah, it's purplish, almost completely translucent.
Similar size vial as the other.
A little bit smaller.
I will refrain from the taste tests as I am concerned it may be a poison of some sort at this time.
Okay.
Who's hanging
Then
on
take
to
it.
it?
I figure Ebzir should hang on to the potions. He's both the weakest and most likely to figure out what they are.
I like all the stick.
Ouch.
I want to hit something with it.
Before I hand it over to Movik, I guess take a look at the stick to see if there's any noticeable markings or anything else of the like on it.
You're just basically trying to examine it closely to see if it might be magical.
Yeah, but without using the detect magic or identify spell.
Are you wait, what is this? The stick or the dagger?
The
The stick.
stick, the dagger, it still works as a dagger. We can
We can either figure it out when you stab something, or we can figure it out later.
right.
One or the other.
So, roll and investigate. Check Ebs.
All right,
You closely examine this. 12.
only 12.
Hard to say. The stick look like has been carved towards like thicker end, which you might assume to be the handle. Possibly some old scrawling there that maybe wore off over time. Ovik, were you casting Identify?
If I was going to, it was going to be as a ritual. That's why I asked if we had time, but they did mention the
Well-
huge storm.
So I will.
Does a ritual like avoid that? Is that
It's still as potent as it is normally. It's just that it
It
takes
just
a
takes
little
time.
longer and doesn't take
Yeah.
a slot.
It just takes 10 minutes normally.
Yeah.
Unless the DM has other plans for that.
Oh, it could take the 10 minutes. Want to do it?
If he's getting out things to prepare for the ritual, I gladly hand him the stick and then vacate the area.
I will offer a sling and rocks to anyone who may want a ranged weapon.
While you guys are doing this, most of them are like, what are you doing?
I recognize the signs of a ritual and step back. And
Oh,
offer the newly unarmed mage the sling and rocks.
What kind of ritual do you think it is? I'm not trying to summon something from another realm.
At that, I guess look up.
Fine, I'll wait. And I will just grab the stick and walk with it.
I take the sling and hold it kind of limply in my hand. It's like, well, perhaps in a pinch.
With this kind of weather, I feel pinched.
I guess let that phrasing go.
All right. So
The stick was 14 inches.
about 14 inches.
Yeah, you could literally use it as a walking stick. Sorry, I was just looking up how small a goblin is.
As you guys are gathered around watching the ongoings, you start to sense a disturbing presence nearby. What is everyone's passive perception?
12.
13.
Oh,
Passive
11.
perception 11.
Oh, wait, where's it at? Where'd it go?
14.
Mine is 11 as well.
Oh, 11. Sorry, 11.
Okay. Was Crick, yours is 14?
Crick has 14, yeah.
All right. As you are all gathered around, you start to see almost a wispy visage of a humanoid shape kind of articulate or form out of the air behind Abzir.
Does it look ghost-like, or is it coming like out of the ground or out of the safe?
Seemed like it apparated out of just thin air and now floating towards the group at a increasing rate of speed as you all now hear a kind of a bone chilling as you turn around and suddenly are faced by this incorporeal creature.
I yell, "Fly!"
All right. Need everyone to roll initiative.
It's just angry. It doesn't want to talk.
Those are juicy rolls. I love them.
1 second. Did everyone transition to the map and in our roll 20?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about rolling.
Nope. I gotta do roll 20 just a second.
Beautiful.
Too many different screens. Oh, yeah, there's music.
Oh, I still don't hear it.
It's a fancy little map.
So as the safe that you guys found was about where I have you guys positioned, kind of tucked into the corner there. Second while
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna enter your guys' turns here.
Has this map been up the entire time?
No.
No? Okay.
I switched it. It was on the blank.
Okay.
Okay, let me. Curly
Oh, dear.
11.
Somebody's right behind. Who's this bird person?
I am in the middle.
I see.
I am the lower left.
Curly 11. Abzir 14.
I updated mine.
Who rolled a 9?
Crick. I updated mine.
Crick.
You updated yours for me? Okay.
Yeah.
Julius rolled.
I rolled a 4.
And Movic rolled a 4.
Yep. And juicy 4.
Okay. Okay, so second. Everybody's in roll 20 now.
You know?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
All right, so as you guys hear this ghostly or see this ghostly visage and hear this bone shattering like howl and hiss coming behind, you see this thing fly towards the back of Ebzir. I need you, Ebzir, to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, goody.
Charisma. Oh, look at that.
15?
You feel like this chilling presence attempt to enter your body, but you just focus all your will and just manage to resist it as it passes through you. All right, Julius, it's your turn.
I had to strike it with my newfound dagger.
Okay.
See what it does.
Which I don't have.
Equipped. Yeah, how do you do that? How do you roll the damage for something that you don't?
You just daggers 1d4.
If there's any bonus, Tim can roll it for now.
Plus
So
3.
go ahead. So roll with so you can add a dagger to your inventory real quick. Then just roll to a or just roll a d20 plus your
D4.
dexterity and
C to hit, yeah.
proficiency to hit. If you roll a straight d20 and just add whatever your dexterity proficiency is.
Plus 3, 7.
So, and then your dexterity and your proficiency is probably 2, right? So 6.
No, my
It's
dexterity is 3.
So then your proficiency is 2, though. So
Plus
6.
2, yeah.
So 6.
Okay. Okay.
Or I'm sorry, 7, 9. Then, all right. So
Nine.
seeing this happen, you're a little shaken, and you pull out the dagger and you attempt to swipe at the creature, and you just manage to pull out of the way of your attack. So, I'm sorry, you never moved yourself on roll 20. I assume you moved to be adjacent to the creature first.
Oh, he moved up that way. Yeah.
I thought he was already. Oh, I see. He's not there.
Okay. That makes it, unless you want to move again, makes it Ebzir's turn.
Well, I do have a bonus.
Okay. You want to use your bonus action?
Yeah, I have a. I can do an unarmed strike as a bonus.
You can do 2 unarmed strike.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. So you spend 1 key point.
Yep.
2 flurry of blows. So go ahead and make 2 unarmed strikes. That. Oh no, you gotta roll.
Or would that be a
Oh,
talent
right, right,
You
strike?
gotta
right.
roll
Hold
the
on.
hit first.
Hold on. Okay.
So 18. I'll just go with the damage you already rolled for that first one.
All
You
right.
swing out a mighty feathered fist, and you feel it pass through the creature. And as it does, it feels cold on your arm. You feel like a chill run up your veins, but the creature manages to reacts to it, but doesn't seem like it hurt it as much as you expect your fist to hurt when it's striking something.
Hmm.
So damage was 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll attack again.
Okay, roll your second attack. Plus
Plus 5.
14. Yeah, that hits. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Woohoo!
7. This time your fist passes. You feel the same chill rush up your arm, but it seems like you caused the creature reacts to it, but it just doesn't seem like it's doing as much damage as you would hope. Okay.
All right.
Ebzir.
I will attempt to disengage.
Are you actually using the disengage action?
Yes.
Okay. You managed to safely remove yourself from the proximity of the creature.
Are these blocks along here half walls or something?
The thinner lines are very short walls, and then the taller or thicker lines are like the 3 foot high sections.
Okay. And that will be all I do.
Okay. Kurlik.
Erlich just sort of scoffs at Ebzir for running away. And then a quick question. I have 2-weapon fighting. Can I just wail on him with 2 weapons? Is that how that I can just roll for 2 weapons, right?
If you don't have I think it's a feat, the weapon fighting.
Yeah, you can.
Or
No, I have 2-weapon
the-
fighting. Like it's in my
oh,
Yeah,
action.
everybody has it. If you have 2 light weapons, you're able to attack with both. Gets the second one, and the offhand doesn't get the
Without
bonus.
without the feat, you don't get the proficiency bonus, but you still get to use your dexterity or strength, whatever.
Lower chance to hit.
So like when Hero in our other campaign attacks with his offhand, even though he has 2-weapon fighting, not the feat but the regular thing, he doesn't get that extra +2.
Oh,
So-
okay.
But you can
also,
attack twice, but it gives you 2 attacks.
well, instead, I'll just go ahead and enrage myself.
Okay. Kurlik kind
Um,
of just like his muscles tense, the veins shoot, across his muscles. He's just, all right.
And then I take form of beast. Let's see here. We're gonna do slashing damage. Tail.
What was that?
Form of beast tail. So he's gonna sprout like a freaking tail that can reach 10 feet.
Okay.
Pretty
And,
handy in the bedroom.
What's that?
Pretty handy in the bedroom.
I don't know what bedroom you're in, but this is a pretty like beastly spiny tail. I'm not sure what you're into though. I mean, no shame. Like I don't want to
Not a
king shame
weasel
you.
here, so.
Yeah. Let me go back to Roll20. Where am I? How far are each of these squares?
Each one's a 5-foot square.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna do. Wait, how come I can't select this guy? Do I right click on him? Do I just drag him?
Should be able to just drag him with left click. Sorry, it's not. My name is. Sorry, it should be editable by you now. I don't know why that didn't transfer.
Oh wow! Hey, look at these options. Boom. Okay.
All right, so is the beast form like an action, or
No, it's just something that I can do when I go enraged,
okay?
and it opens up some 1d8 attack options for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna attack with this tail.
Okay, roll your attack.
Oh, that's awful.
It's just how things go.
All right. As you create this loud battle cry, as you enter your rage, entity kind of turns to face you, and as you come swinging this beast, the spiky, gnarly tail at it, it manages to shift to the side as it seems to float through the air and dodge out of the way. All right, Crick.
I would like to disengage as well, and with my bonus action, I will use Planner Warrior.
Okay. Inner warrior. Remind me what that does.
Someone in 30 feet gets targeted. The next attack dealt to them will be all force damage, and I get to do an extra 1d8 damage.
Oh, okay. So anybody that attacks it or hits it next, it's gonna be force damage instead of whatever.
Next time I
Or-
attack it.
Oh,
It's
next
just
time you
for me.
attack. Okay. So you disengage.
Good
So
question.
go ahead and move yourself. Wherever.
I'm not sure if that's like lower ground or.
It's all the same level right there. If you went down into the pool, that is a little bit lower, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't
But
want to
just
go
by
there.
just like a foot. Like I said, it's like a decorative pool.
Cool. I'll just step back a bit there.
Okay.
I am set.
All right. That makes it Movik. It's your turn.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, why are my hit points low?
Give an attack opportunity, so...
Are you just gonna take the attack opportunity?
No, I don't want to. I'm gonna try and fire a firebolt at it.
Okay. Roll spell attack at disadvantage. So if you click on your spell, right click on it, your character sheet
Oh,
to
okay,
hit,
that's
you
cool.
can do automatic.
Wow, okay.
As a disadvantage as a ranged attack.
Range attack at point blank, yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's
Again, the just constantly shifting, wispy nature of this creature seems to allow it to dodge your attacks. All right, it's now the creature's turn.
Oh.
Does not get his possession back. He's
Oh,
going
we
to.
took something. That's why.
All right, so he is going to swipe out at Kurlik.
Erlich has a reaction with his tail. I don't know how to roll it though, or do any of that. See here, if a creature within you, or within 10 feet of you, hits you with an attack. Oh, if he hits, okay.
So it's 16. Does that hit you?
Yes.
All right, so then you get your reaction.
Tail
back.
reaction. All right. 10 feet hits you with an attack roll. You can use your reaction to swipe the tail and roll a d8. Okay. Where are we at? D8.
I think it's gonna try and hit first.
What? Oh, no, this increases my AC by apparently 1. So it still hits.
With the shot.
Okay. So did your tail? Sorry, do you take 18 points of necrotic damage? As this creature touches you, you feel like almost a piece of your soul comes out with its hand as it takes its hand away from you. All right. Takes it. Creature's shift rate. makes it Julius's turn. I'm sorry, did your tail thing hit? I never heard one.
It's a reaction that increases my
Oh, increases your
armor
AC.
class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So and then the 16 will hit though.
Yeah.
Okay.
It increased my it barely hit, but it hit.
Yeah. All right, Julius.
She'll try to attack again with the dagger.
Okay.
Move.
1d, or what's your? You said 3 is your dexterity, 2 is your.
Efficiency.
So is that what's +5? Is that what it is for unarmed strike to hit?
Yeah.
So if you just click on the +5 for the unarmed strike, but say you're attacking with a dagger, it'll be easier than doing all that mental math.
Okay. So I'll just roll
are-
d20.
Are you playing with flanking or no?
Yes.
So then that would be with advantage.
All right, because I did move behind him. So
So if you right click on the +5, then you can choose to roll with advantage.
oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
All right, so 21, that hits.
Woohoo!
So go ahead and roll 1d4 plus 4.
Eight.
8. As this creature is, turned to face Kurlik, you sweep with the dagger, and the dagger passes through it and seems to actually meet resistance as it passes through the wispy form, and you see the creature react more like heavily than it did when you tried to punch it, and it turns around on facing you now, having taken a heavier blow.
Now I moved first, and then so I can't do a bonus.
Well, you haven't moved yet. I mean, you can do a bonus action. You still have 30 feet or however many feet of movement you have.
Oh, okay. Then I'll unleash my fury of blows on him.
Okay, roll 2 unarmed attacks.
No, fury of blows is
It's 2 unarmed attacks.
It's a specific melee attack, right?
yeah, it's a specific bonus. It's still the same. +5.
15 and 21. Yeah, just learn to press the little +5 to roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 15 and 21 both hit, so roll damage twice.
Both. All right. 4, 7, and 5. Woo!
7.
Bitch slapping this thing.
After slicing through it with the dagger, you're somewhat encouraged, but also discouraged at the same time when you punch with your offhand and kick with your weird yellow bird foot. And it doesn't seem to do as much damage, but this creature does, react to the blows. Just didn't meet the same effectiveness that the dagger did. All right, so that makes it Ebzir's turn.
Firebolt.
Okay, back.
Nothing.
As you guys are sitting here in close quarters fighting this creature, you see a flash of flame fly by as Ebzir's peeking over some ruined walls, throwing firebolts.
Oh, gee.
Out of character, these arcane storms are really cramping the spellcaster style of play.
I guess we need to stop rolling 12s and wake up.
Right? Yeah, different random effect.
The D12, you rolled a 5 each time so far.
Or
That's
whatever.
just what it is.
5, I meant.
All right, Kurlik. You're feeling a
Okay.
little just like chilled and like part of you has been pulled away right now.
No, I'm enraged.
Oh.
Glen
I've got
Raid!
All right.
Okay, so he'll attack again.
Okay.
this. Jesus. Why?
All right. Creature seems like it's facing towards Julius, and you take this opportunity to swing your tail around, but it manages to like shift as it's like almost like glitching in the air a little bit. Your tail slams against some of the fallen stone along the side. You want to move at all, or stay there?
I have a bonus action. What do I have here? Interact with object. I can't even attack again. That's retarded. Okay. No. I'll just stick around. Me moving away is a pretty good way to ensure somebody gets attacked.
Okay. Crick.
Is there flanking for ranged?
No.
I will do a couple things. I'm going to Hunter's Market.
Okay.
I'm going to do. It's called Favored Enemy? Favored Foe.
Favorite foe.
Yeah. And then I will attack it with my longbow. Taking advantage of the previously cast force damage.
Okay.
Fancy.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Alright, I'm not exactly sure how to add all these extra bonuses, so bear with me. So it's just no advantage or anything, right?
That's a straight range attack roll to hit.
Alright, 24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Alright.
At least somebody can roll a freaking number that can hit.
At least you feel your focus, take hold of this non-corporeal creature, and you, knock an arrow and let it loose, and it flies and strikes the creature. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright, so there's that, plus I need to add a d8. And I need to add a d4, and what's Hunter's Mark give?
D6, I believe.
D6. Plus these.
So
So,
11, 13,
and then
16.
another 3 from those 2 dice. And that should be force damage this time.
So this arrow streaks from the sky for you in melee with it and strikes the creature and reacts violently to the impact. It seems to be like losing some of its cohesion. It seems to be having a hard time holding its form together right now.
I'll give a nod to the party. I'm all done.
All right, Movik, your turn.
Well, I am. Oh god, where'd it go? So I will use my feature, Nimble Escape, for my
Mhm.
bonus action. And,
Okay.
Wait, 5, 10. Yep, right there. And then I will use. I'll try Firebolt again. Yay!
Okay. So go ahead. Roll
Are you in line?
damage.
Oh, damn, sorry. But 2. Yeah. So 2 fire damage.
All right, the goblin slips away from the ghostly entity and moves further away. It hurls a flaming, almost looks like a small spear, crossbow bolt back at him, which hits the creature. He reacts to it, but not as violently as you would hope.
Mitch's damage.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
Alright, now Ghost. Good as possession if you can never get it back. Okay. He's gonna... He's gonna circle around. Actually, he's gonna disappear from the plane.
Does my hunter's mark have any effect with that?
Yes, you can still kind of sense him.
But just me then. Okay.
Yeah. And he's you can sense that he's moving up towards you.
I think he likes you.
To me! I try to rally.
Okay. Julius, it's your turn. This creature you've been fighting just disappeared in front of you. Seemed to shift out of this realm.
Did he just phase out where he stood, or did he phase in direction?
He seemed to phase out where you last saw him.
Yeah.
How do you I keep seeing these measurements. How do you measure the distance?
It's like there's above the little cloud icon. There's a little ruler with a circle.
Ah, I see. Cool.
I'll heed my brother's cry and come to him.
Okay, so you're gonna join him. Crick, you had a little bit of elevation, right?
Well, I didn't go into the water.
No, I meant elevation. Like, did you fly up, or are you just still on the ground right now?
I haven't had a turn. I haven't flown yet, so I'm on the ground. Yeah.
I'll move, but then I'll fly up into the air about 30. If there is room.
Your fly speed's 50, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Where you move.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember if we were in open air or if we were in a building.
Oh, you're an opening.
Okay.
All right, Ebzir.
Okay. And also intently looking down at the ground.
I am going to curse under my breath and cast detect magic to try to pick out the ghost
Okay.
and pucker when I do so.
Right, roll.
Whew.
$72.
All right. As you cast detect magic, you start to just feel like tougher and more resilient than you think you've ever felt before.
It was a strong pucker.
You're resistant to all damage for the next minute.
Well, that'll come in handy.
That's lucky for you. I don't think I'll be as lucky. I did use Hunter's Mark, which is a spell
Ooh.
first level.
And so with that, I attempt to gaze around Crick to see if I can pick out the ghost or if I see any other auras.
Okay. Oh,
Goes out to 30 feet, I think.
Rick, you also feel hardy and strong.
Lucky me. Wow.
It's literally a range of 71 to 72 for that effect. And you both
That's the
roll
third
71
time
to
we've
72.
triggered it.
Alright. So, you don't seem to see anything casting detect magic.
Okay.
Did you want to move at all, or?
I will cross the way and are ready to cast out a shield and reaction to any surprise attacks.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Acrylic, it's your
Well,
Did the dagger in Julius's hand glow?
glow. Not that you've seen.
shall be named
So,
Sting.
like from the detect magic, I mean.
Oh,
So it's not
yeah,
magical?
yeah.
So it is magical. Okay.
Well, that's convenient.
What of the staff?
Okay.
Movik's too far away.
Oh, is he? I don't know where he is.
I guess I'll just move. Let me measure this distance, though. Here.
Okay.
Guess there's nothing else for him to do.
Makes it Crick's turn.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Alright, so I can only sense, I can't see this creature.
You sense it directly behind you right now.
I would like to wiggle my tail feathers at it,
Okay.
and then can I try and take a shot at it, like fancy style, like behind my back while my butt's sticking out at him?
Legolas.
Sure, roll an attack at
Yeah,
disadvantage.
yeah. Would the advantage from Hunter's Mark cancel that?
Sure. Yeah, it would be wash if it's advantage, disadvantage. Or wait, Hunter's Mark disadvantage?
Advantage.
Yeah, that'd
and
be a wash then.
Can I use my bonus to cast? Well, I guess Planar Warrior requires me to see it. So if you're saying I can't see it, then I can't do that.
Correct.
Okay, then I will just shoot at it, I guess.
Alright, roll your attack.
23 to hit.
It's hit it with a weapon attack. Advantage on it. I don't see anything that says advantage to hit it.
Oh, really?
It says you have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or survival checks. Find it.
Well, he didn't roll that for advantage
1d6
anyways.
extra damage to hit with a weapon attack. Oh, so that's damage to hit, not advantage.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
My mistake. Sorry. I'll roll again for disadvantage. Or do you want me to roll two?
Well, why
Just
would
roll
it
one
be?
more.
Why would it be disadvantage though? He's
It's
still
technically invisible.
yeah.
16.
him.
Okay, your
is the
arrow
lower.
Your arrow streaks through the air towards where you sense this creature. It also doesn't help that's point blank too. Ranged weapon.
Oh,
Oh,
double
well, that would be a
double
reason.
disadvantage then.
Yeah, so your arrow streaks through, finding purchase with apparently nothing.
Okay, so no damage then.
Just through it seems to fly as if it's flying through empty air.
Gotcha.
All right.
Wait, it met resistance though?
No.
Oh.
You can sense that the creature's there, but It might be on a non-corporeal plane right now. All right, Vovik.
Can't see it. I'd like to prepare an action just in case if it pops out and attacks.
Okay.
I'll prepare fire. I'll prep technically firebolt.
Okay, you're holding on to a firebolt for when it shows
Yep.
up.
Yep, and
Okay.
then it shows up, blasting it.
Okay.
Wait, shouldn't I have rolled like a deck save when I got attacked that last time too?
No, it was a straight attack. That was his just attack. It wasn't like a magical effect or anything like that.
I was
It was-
rolling deck saves for those imps.
You roll Constitution saves for the imps to resist the poison.
Oh. What was I
But-
rolling deck saves for?
Not sure.
I remember rolling deck saves.
So,
To cast a spell, trap, poison, disease, or some more threat.
so the creature appears. Movik, your firebolt is released as you see the creature appear to the side of Crick.
Alright, hit. 22.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
4 fire damage.
Okay. There's a streak of flame from the glowing hand being held by Movik unleashes, passes the creature. The creature shudders, but seems to resist most of the damage. Alright, so that makes it Julius's turn.
I see him appear, and I plummet down to strike him from above with the dagger.
Roll the d20 plus 5.
You are not that good.
Woo!
Your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your
Alright,
last turn, or
roll a
taken
d4 and add 4.
Six.
Alright. Creature seems to be just having a lot of trouble now holding its form together as you plunge down, superhero style, dagger outstretched above you as you tuck your wings back and dive. You pass through the creature, landing next to it as you pass. The creature shudders with the impact and seems to just be kind of like bits of wisp are drifting off of it, like its form is starting to disintegrate.
My bonus action to finish it off. Fury of blows.
Flurry of blows. Alright, roll 2 unarmed strikes. Yeah, the first one, the creature manages to dodge out of the way as it's coming apart. The second one, it managed to dodge out of the way as well. 2 really bad rolls there.
Yeah, it was.
Alright. You use your movement, so Ebzir.
Just gonna use a firebolt.
Alright. Roll that
Firebolt's
beautiful cantrip attack.
16.
16. You don't even need to roll for damage as frustration with this creature, trying to possess you with it, disappearing from your sight so you can't attack it last round. You just channel all that into a just ball of fire forming in your hand as you throw it. It forms into a spear and small spear, as it flies across the ground and strikes the ghostly figure, just severing its tie to the realm, and it disintegrates into like evaporating steam as the just disappears into from existence.
Nice.
All right.
Does it seem to have any friends nearby?
Roll perception.
Would this be considered with advantage because of the hunter's mark or no?
Hunter's mark only applies to that creature.
In battle.
Now that it's
Okay.
dead.
That's the only bad part about Hunter's Mark, I would say. It's really good ability, but once it's done and you don't have anything else, it's kind of like meh.
That's what I'm trying to do is move it to another target right now.
Unfortunately, you'd have to see it.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing that you can really see immediately.
Okay.
Perhaps there are some remains in the area that we could search out to put the spirit to rest.
Is that what you think this was? A spirit or an aberration or maybe something else? A celestial? I'm not certain. I'm unfamiliar with this.
I only know folklore about such things.
I mean, if anyone wants to try to recall anything more specific.
Yeah, I would like to do try and figure out what it is. What kind of role you want for that?
I'm gonna say,
History or-
give me either. It'll give you different information, I say, but give me either a history check or a nature check.
I guess I'm trying to figure out. My goal is to figure out what type of creature it was.
Yeah,
Which one do you recommend for that one?
just either history or nature.
Okay, they're pretty much the same. 18.
The best you can tell, it seems to be, obviously undead in nature. Yeah, it took a humanoid form, more than some creatures you heard about, but not enough to know anything specific about it. It looked like it could have been a human female.
Awesome.
I really was hoping to use that possession.
I was hoping
Sure
you
you
would
were.
get to.
I was gonna take over Ebzir's spell list there in a little bit. Chaos Rain.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Been catastrophic.
So
I suppose now we should check to see if there's any space for mushrooms to survive in here.
now you have access to the ruins map if you want to indicate now which areas you're searching. You came at it from the south.
I'll search northwest area. Map.
Northwest corner.
Yeah,
Okay. Roll investigation.
fly over.
Oh, you're flying above, then roll perception.
Okay.
From above, it just looks like, dust-covered ruins. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Anything more specific? Anyone else looking at any other portions?
Yeah,
Like the
I'll also
lower left, I guess.
Lower left, okay. Roll investigation. Oh, shit. This appears to have been some sort of, as you're going into this little, what turns out to be like a small room. You almost stub your toe on something as it's covered by dust. Brushing it off, you see that it's actually a bookshelf. You can almost see now that you've seen this bookshelf a few scattered pieces of wood around that might have indicated other bookshelves.
Has any of the contents of said shelves survived?
Based on that investigation, yes, you find several tomes, of many of which are in various states of decay. You find an intact tome that appears to be weathered, but hasn't succumbed to decay in time yet. And you find a ceramic cylinder with like a screw-off lid.
Okay.
You want to examine the cylinder further? Or?
I'll take off one half just to check if the contents inside are still whole or not. I probably want to pull them
Just-
out in
You're cracking
this
the
environment.
lid.
Yeah.
You see inside what looks like just rolled fine parchment. Looks to be
Okay.
completely intact, unscathed by time.
I won't pull it out in this environment. I'll hold on to it to look at later.
Okay.
Words to live by.
I won't pull it out. Yeah.
In this environment,
In
Not
this,
gonna
yeah.
pull out that weasel.
There'll be one who will know right away.
All right.
I will do a check in the lower right.
Okay. So roll investigate.
I was hoping to do a flyover instead.
Oh, perception.
Similarly, yeah.
How high?
Pretty low. Apparently really low. Like I might have
on
hit the ground.
takeoff, you start beating your wings so furiously that a piece of sand actually flies up, two pieces, and one in each eye. You start tearing up and kind of like flying and rubbing your eyes at the same time, taking off in almost what looked like a drunk manner.
Just the horrors that ghost must have been through.
where did you say you were investigating?
You investigated
The
the lower
ground,
right.
directly into the ground.
Oh, this little outbuilding here.
Yeah, I think he
Okay.
investigated right here.
And then Julius investigated where he's sitting.
Yeah, observe
Yeah.
the other corner.
Okay.
I've landed at this point.
Okay. So are you gonna investigate that larger open, what used to be chamber there?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, roll investigation.
+0. Let's see if he's still kind of an investigative genius despite not having any proficiency in it.
Okay, so
Beginner's
it appears like there's remnants of old stone tables, as if or it's like one large table, I guess, a remnant of one large stone table here, as if this was someplace where, a meeting or, meals or feasts were held. Off to the side, as you're looking around, you find up here a dust-covered metal hatch about 4 foot by 4 foot.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Me. Basically where he's standing there.
Right up.
Or that's where the hatch is.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
You're
He's
over
down
here.
the lower right.
You're
Yeah.
over- Perlick is right here.
Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry.
now
He was
Krillic is by the
he was
hatch.
Oh,
investigating the large open room.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm telling him what he found based on his. So yeah, you find a dust-covered hatch, and you basically walking around just searching, and you hear, the, the echoing of the stone, but then all of a sudden you hear doom, a different material on your feet, and when you bend over to investigate it, you dust it off and find the metal hatch.
Bends at the knees.
All right.
Cool. Hey, you guys want to come check this out? He tests the ability to. He's looking for locks and stuff like that on the hatch.
You're gonna look at the locks on it.
Are there locks? Yeah.
At the sound, Ebzir is going to start making his way, but taking a different route than through the main archway, just to see if it connects up and see if there's anything else of note.
Okay, it's like in those lower chambers below Julius.
Yeah,
You're gonna do like an investigation as you're walking through.
yeah, a
Okay.
cursory investigation.
Or you can roll investigation and walk through.
All right.
Wow.
Ooh,
Look at
is that
that.
the second investigation 20?
Yep.
Yeah.
2 in a row.
Back to back.
Okay.
Where'd you get your digital die? I need
Weighted.
I need some of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weighted. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
So-
gotta
If you buy a mastery,
alter the
master
code and
level, yeah, you
Oh.
can.
the script.
Mine's weighted on the wrong side.
As you're walking through, this appears to almost be either an alchemical or some sort of focus or ingredient, material component room. You find a handful of pearls. You find a large diamond. And you find sorry, just 1 second. I gotta remember here what it is. Oh, you find like a bag of soot and a bag of salt. There seems to be other containers, like maybe this held like more. It was like just a repository for spell components. But it appears that the ravages of time and possibly looting has taken everything else.
Okay. At the sight of all those things, I just call out to Kerlik, 1 second, and
I have
Okay.
a
scramble.
flap my way over.
Okay.
Another cursory, or is that for both rooms?
That was for
Find
both,
another-
that was for both rooms. I don't want to
Found
roll
another
20.
fun door.
All right, Movik, were you investigating that corner?
Yeah, I was just waiting until everybody else got done.
Okay, you can roll your investigation. It was
Investigation.
going on while everyone else was doing.
14. Yeah, 14.
Okay. This appears to be some sort of area that might have been used for crafting elements. You find several, about, I'd say, 4 sheets of leather that's already been processed and canned. You find a couple bars of iron and you find like a little jar of oil.
Oh, what the hell? Where'd it go?
Boy,
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where else is that.
Looks like it could be like lamp oil.
Okay, I'll add it. I just gotta figure out how.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I'm on it.
4 sheets of leather. 2 iron ingots, like iron bars.
What? Really? Damn thing.
Is there any place that might look to contain sprigs of mistletoe?
You could talk to. You can talk to when you talk to Ebzir about what he found. He might be able to direct you to that. But he's probably going to communicate to you that he already picked it over pretty well. But if you want to give it a shot, I'll let you roll a investigation with disadvantage.
So, Abzir, have you been able to find more plant life components, or an area that might be more likely to have them?
This place appears to have been a shining citadel of knowledge in this wasteland. I did find a storeroom of sorts. Perhaps you could find a sprig in one of the containers, and I kind of direct him back the way I had came.
I'll do a search in that room.
Alright, so investigation. Room's already been pretty thoroughly picked over.
It's got some pretty strong eyesight. See through walls and stuff.
Oh my goodness. Thought I rolled double nat 1.
Another.
Wow.
As you enter the room, you walk into a little bit of a cobweb, and
That's like
it's in-
triple ones for investigation.
Back to
perception.
back.
Jeez.
1 second, I gotta check my air conditioning.
He found a way to stop my good berries.
Alright.
If Movic is making his way to the main chamber, I would hand over at least a few of the pearls. Mentioning perhaps this will help in your endeavor to identify the stick.
You'll gladly take him. And kind of
There's,
head nod.
there's 6 pearls, so you divvy
I'd
them up
probably
evenly.
split it. Yeah, 3 and 3.
Okay. Alright.
Do I notice that there are very large iron ingots on some person?
Given that I don't know where Movic would be concealing them, yeah, it'd probably be easy to see the goblin lugging these big old iron ingots.
He took in one of the leathers and just kind of like put the rest of the leather in there and put the iron in there and then like grab the ends of it and has it over his shoulder now.
Okay.
Gotcha.
As Julius dances back and forth.
I could make use of some of those iron powder.
It's powder or is it or is it
It's
ingot?
It's like refined
ore.
ingots.
Yeah, so I
Actual
would,
bars.
I would create powder out of it, and I could make use of that.
And snort it.
Well, I'll give
Proper.
you one and I keep the other.
I'll help carry some. Looks like you've quite the loot.
Nah, I got it for now.
Thank you.
Someone roll a d12 for me.
Do we want a 1 roll, guys? Or somehow get a 20 on a d12?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Oh, I just rolled it. Sorry.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, no. I'm just being silly.
Not a 5.
Not
Not a
much better.
5.
I enabled party time on D&D Beyond.
Okay,
Right.
It's an Easter egg.
Okay, the red globules of light and the dark clouds seem to have been fading over this time and giving way to more normal, like amberish sunset type lighting that was familiar to you from your first arrival here. And the winds have died down somewhat, but still persist at a less forceful strength. So,
What have you found, Kurlik?
Found a hatch. Take a look. It's right here.
It's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
reading,
It's- might be in a book. Who knows?
Was there any sign of disturbance before you cleared the area?
Not that I could tell.
if you guys want, you can roll a survival check to see.
I'll roll a survival check. That
Since he was
is
the only one that would really know, I'll let him do it. Because he's already kind of probably destroyed any evidence otherwise.
about.
You probably noticed that based on the level of dust accumulation that you become accustomed to in Bora'Thal, there's not really any really deep dust accumulation. It almost seems like an unnatural amount was kind of gathered over this patch. Normally it's an evenly spread wind push dusting, but there almost seemed like it was just some little bit of depth, like a couple inches on top of here. Almost seemed to you as if someone could have intentionally pushed more on top of this, what normally would have collected.
Said Kurlik just now.
That is very interesting. Then,
Hmm.
are there any signs of a lock or opening mechanism?
Roll an investigation check for a more in-depth look.
Given what happened with the safe, I try to do it from a safe distance, of it, at least not getting over top of it or anything like that.
Rick could make these.
Yeah, exactly.
If
Nice.
only I could make those rules when
Yeah.
in battle.
Not even here, just hear this. Oh, here. There he is.
I heard it, and I am wearing a shirt predicting this.
Yeah. So there appears to be a iron pull ring in the center. No sort of locking mechanism that you can see or any indication traps.
It's a hinged lid.
Yeah, it's hinged.
Let's open this sucker up.
All right, yeah, back up, guys.
Pop,
And then
pop.
I move to the side of the hinge so that when I pull the trapdoor up, the metal is shielding me from whatever might come out.
Okay. So you brace yourself.
Everybody backs up, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
You brace yourself, expecting to beat the same kind of resistance, possibly too, of what you encountered with the first door, but the door, comes open really easily, and there's a brief, rush of, air into the enclosed hole, but no apparent ill effects.
Well, take a look inside then, I guess. Peer inside, don't go inside, but look inside.
Gazing inside, there appears to be a somewhat not really a stairway as much as it is a stone wall that had ladder holes carved into it, leading down approximately 10 feet.
Let's see if there's anything that I need to avoid.
So you're looking for things you need to avoid.
Oh yeah, I'm looking for traps and stuff.
Okay. From the top, I'd say it'd be perception.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Ugh. Nobody can perceive shit.
Yeah, it looks, as far as you can tell, looks clear.
Like I said, this place has nothing to be scared of.
I'll
He
I'll
says through like sand-filled, bleary eyes.
For the
Sand and
third
web.
time I've checked for things, I've seen nothing.
just so much water, so humid in the air, pooling in my eyes.
I'm not crying, I'm sweating.
Do not cry for me. I'll peer into the hole. I actually forgot I have shadow arts and I can cast dark vision.
Okay. Well,
Just me can't see it. At least now we know why.
dark vision is spell for you? Oh, that doesn't matter
Yes,
anymore.
It's a
It is a
yeah.
spell.
Thankfully.
A 1 in 12 chance, Jimmy.
So as Julius touches himself, um,
All right, so I'd say make your own perception check then into the hole, then Julius.
Come on.
why can nobody like stop having us? You know what? I'm not clicking on perception anymore. I'm gonna add my own crap
Right.
to a. Just don't click on that. It's cursed.
All right,
The
Even that would have been better.
the proper way to handle this situation is to ignore the die roll and get treated as if everything is
someone in
normal
there.
and go forward.
Yeah. I am going in.
okay.
I am throwing caution to the wind.
All right, the entrance is about 4 foot by 4 foot. You make it through,
Gets grabbed by a hill giant.
I feel like people don't trust my advice that there's nothing here.
Yeah. Well, we can see that your eyes are clearly inhibited. Kurlik jumps in after Julius.
You're a little bit of a tighter.
Slightly
squeeze.
embarrassed. Slightly embarrassed that Julius jumped first.
You're a little bit of a tighter squeeze, but you make it into. Once you get past the opening, it's about 5 foot by 5 foot. The ladder down, but you get in. It's like kind of like a musty air inside.
Musty air, huh? Is it roughly the same as, if I can recall, to the cave that we went into before?
Similar. Both kind of have that little bit of a damp basement smell as that cat pulls over the guitar behind you.
Do it. Can I pee on this? No.
All right, so you and Krillik get to the bottom of the ladder, and it appears to be a passage cut into the stone, heading back underneath the ruins.
How far is it?
About 20 feet,
Is it
and there's a wooden door into the hall.
is it lit or is it light
It's-
from the outside?
It's
We
not,
both have.
Yeah, you have dark vision now, but you can tell that it's not lit. There's a extinguished torch on the wall in a iron like mounting.
Really, can you light this?
I can't.
Oh.
But I think an investigation check is in order. So Kurlik investigates and apparently doesn't see shit. There is a wooden door. Will you look at that?
I will attempt a perception. Well,
Investigation, I think.
or
right?
investigation.
Yeah.
If you're standing at the ladder looking down the hall at the door, I'd say perception. If you're getting close to the door,
We're getting close to the door.
you're gonna get close to the door. And, okay, then we'll investigate.
Fail me. Damn you. 6.
Don't you have any pluses for investigation?
Nope. I think I gotta shake my computer a bit to get some good.
I think monks are supposed to be intelligent. I thought there'd be at least.
The
I'm
only person.
I'm a thief, so that's
Oh, okay.
they got caught, so that should tell you something.
It seems.
Yeah. Movik and Ebsir are the only ones that have any like investigation.
So seems like a pretty unremarkable stone hallway to a wood door.
It's a fine door.
This is a fine door. Hey, it's made of wood. That's kind of a commodity.
Could use that.
The door with
We
us,
can-
yeah.
Yeah, we could cut that down and sell it. You got an axe? Oh no.
I can only,
I can
Are you
punch
saying
it.
anything about
yeah, I
the
can only
torch
like
to the
break
rest
it
of the group?
into
What was that?
splinters.
Ebsir?
I was asking if they were going to say anything about the torch to the rest of the group or anything like that.
The torch.
Yeah, there's a extinguished torch on the wall.
Oh, that's right. That's why you
Oh,
asked me that.
Scots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of.
I don't know. Why don't you bring it up to him? Or you know what? How about everybody come down in the hole?
Yeah.
It's lonely down
guys.
here.
What are you waiting for?
There's nothing down here. Just a door, a really fine door.
You should open it so we can see if you don't blow up.
Well, we should all
maybe
be
you should
down here
come-
together.
Yeah, you should just come down here.
Yeah. It's perfectly safe.
Uh-huh. You said that last time that we got hit by that thing.
Since I can see so clearly in the dark and in the light, I will just blindly follow.
Okay. There's a little bit of light coming in from the ladder hole. I'd say it's pretty much equivalent to dim light in this little 20-foot section of hallway right now.
Ah, it's your brother. Stan, help me open this door.
All right. Do we have any simple tools? Can we like?
I was just
Lever
gonna
it?
try the handle.
Oh, well, what? Okay, let's do this.
Give it a little jiggle. If I sense resistance to it.
Nothing's locked. All right, let's just keep going.
It's you're opening the door.
Yep.
Okay. There's Are you standing with him, right next to him while he's opening the door? Or
We're all just kind of standing there.
I'm pretty much blind. I'm wherever people tell me to stand.
So
You're just
waiting
happy to
for
be
somebody
here.
to pass back the torch before going in to some of the people, to one of the two people that can light it.
I mean, one of the two people that could light it could just, get in here. Of course, the only person who can't see is Crick. So
Hasn't stopped me.
yeah.
all right. So as you open the door,
Dog.
it's unlocked. Pushes freely. Are you pushing it all the way open?
Yes.
Oh, it's a push. Okay.
As you push
All
it,
off hit.
as you push it open, you hear like a almost metallic scraping above you, and you look up to see almost like what appears to have been a metal pail had been situated, delicately balanced on top of the door. That as you push it, the pail scrapes against the stone frame and falls downward towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Woohoo! Once push.
Oh, just
Yes!
I mean, we're wow. There we go.
There we go. I told you it's my specialty.
You definitely dodge out of the way as the pail falls and clatters to the ground, spreading this like kind of thick, viscous, greenish liquid on the ground that sizzles as it comes in contact with the stone.
Oof.
And now, seeing that start to look around and you're like, there's actually a lot of little burn marks on the ground around here. I wonder why I didn't notice that before. Not like blackened fire, but almost like acid scoring on the ground around.
Oh, that takes care of that trap. Are there any anything that I noticed in the room?
Is everything all right?
I just managed to avoid getting deep fried, but fine. Come on in, it's safe.
I'm feeling a little wary underground as a bird. How about you, brother?
Nothing scares me as long as there's loot to gain.
Alright, so you guys open the door and it opens into a squarish chamber. The walls are cut as well, but they're a little rougher, not as well cut as the hallway. Across the way, actually, whoever's scanning, probably Julius, since he's in the door first, make a perception check.
You and your perception checks.
+1.
So you can see that there's a little bit of a stone relief carved into the wall directly across from the door.
Yeah.
You see a very occasional drip coming from it. You see that around it is a shallow pool, and on either side of the pools there's just tons of these familiar off-white mushrooms.
Oh boy.
About, the room's about 20 feet by 20 feet. I'd say the opposite end of the room closest to you, it covers about 50% of the floor and starts to creep up the walls a little bit.
Are there any chests or any shelves or anything stuff on them?
None that you see. The room looks pretty barren except for that little recess in the wall, or relief carved into the wall.
I go to investigate the pool area.
Okay. Looks like it's water dripping out of a statue. Well, it's not really a statue as much as it's just like a artistic relief carved into the wall of a dragon. And the water appears to be dripping out of the dragon's eye.
Salty tears.
Call me simple, but wasn't there a faction that liked dragons?
I do believe I recall such a, but their name is me.
Was
At
it
this point, Ebzir is gonna try to come down to.
Easy enough to do with your dark vision.
Oh,
Right,
so you finally decided to get over your shaking knees and join us down here.
Discretion is the better part of valor, my friend.
We need
Disagree.
discretion when you've got this dexterity.
Movik's gonna join them.
who needs dexterity when you're blind?
Upon seeing the torch, I'll also use Firebolt to, set it alight.
Okay. Becomes even more illuminated in here. Rick, you're now able to see.
Ah! I make my comment that I should have not made yet.
I'm trying to look at my notes to see.
I am forgetful bird, so I will not help you. Though I have the answer right in front of me.
The only faction associated with the dragon was the leader of the order.
Yeah, it's just Dragonborn.
Yes, I remember they really had an affinity towards one particular thing in scale mail.
This does not bode well.
We may be intruding on their lair. It was acid.
Yes, brother, your perception is quite astounding.
While they're talking, Movik's gonna look around the room, see if there's anything besides what they're looking at.
Roll investigation.
Perhaps the original denizens of this uh, 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 haven of knowledge were beholden to dragons, or just like the imagery.
Ovik, when
Perhaps.
you search around the room, you find like another metal pail placed against the wall, empty. And you find two like burlap type material sacks or plant fiber.
He's gonna open them each and see what's inside.
Appear to be empty.
He's gonna take both of them.
I mean, if one of you guys wanted to roll a history check or thing or religion check reference to relief,
Sure, why
I-
not?
I would make since I'm the one chatting too much about it.
And that's the at
yeah,
the
and you're
dungeons.
still rolling fire.
That was a religion.
He's
Religion.
Yeah.
religious and a sleuth.
You need not be religious to know much about religion.
That is true.
I sent you a message. Okay.
Oh, really? Hmm.
Care to share with the class?
Yeah.
Oh,
It would appear that is it a relief or is it actually a sculpted head?
It's a relief carved into a flat stone wall.
Okay, the relief is similar in
Again.
appearance to a platinum dragon known as Bahamut. I believe it is a god of knowledge. Or am I misremembering that?
Given that
by your word,
Isn't that what the enlightened worship? No,
Bahamut
Talos.
is
That's Talos.
Bahamut, you would remember, is the god of justice.
Justice. Okay. So it would seem that they would have gotten along well with the rest of the Enlightened at one time.
Talos and Bahamut were good friends.
I would at least think on friendly terms.
That is very enlightening.
Is there after perusing the room, you said that was basically empty except for this relief and the mushrooms growing around the fountain?
Yeah, the little shallow pool and the sacks and pail that Movik found.
This appears to be regular water, but do we know it is?
That's one way to
I am
find
quite
out.
a little peckish. Take a taste.
It's very cool and refreshing.
Woo.
You wait a moment, nervously waiting for any ill effect, but appears that it's just regular water.
Take a big mouthful and gargle.
Don't you spit that out?
That would be a waste of water.
It would be. Also, I would like a drink. Maybe Crick can wash his eyes out.
Eye wash station.
I
Yeah,
will use. Does the bucket look clean?
It had acid in it.
The other bucket.
It had acid in it.
Well, Movik took it. I don't know if.
Oh, Movik has it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I didn't even look at it. I just kind of like took the stacks in the bucket. We'll check them out later.
All right. Well, Kurlik takes a drink of the water.
It's cool and
I-
refreshing.
I will use
need
my
some-
water skin to clean my eyes and then refill it.
Okay. Easily
Take
done.
another drink of water.
Okay.
Is it still cool and refreshing?
It is.
Excellent.
The drip doesn't quite refill it as quickly as you guys are, using it, but it's still got a little bit of water left, but it's getting a little shallow now.
How deep is it?
It's just a couple of inches deep, but it's about 5 foot by 5 foot. There's enough capacity to, fill the water skin and take some drinks. But you definitely notice some depletion as the drip is not as fast as the consumption.
Hey, Ebzir and Movik, come. This water's good to drink.
Yeah, Movik will come over and take some water for himself for later.
I'll take a handful as well. Yes, for now.
Okay.
This is obviously where they're probably likely sourcing the mushroom.
And there doesn't seem to be any alchemy or distilling or whatever.
No,
Not that you've seen.
it's smarter that way to keep the two things separate.
Most unfortunate.
Yeah. There may be other areas like this, but until we find the actual production.
So shall we remove the mushrooms as we originally planned?
We've got more sacks actually than we had originally.
Yeah.
Maybe we can remove the water source so that they will die off in the future too.
Well,
I would much rather there be a water source here.
Any alternative to the main well?
Is a threat to our enlightened, yeah.
Well,
unless we control it.
right.
I was
It's
gonna
close
say we
enough
make
to
this
the
our
enlightened
home.
stronghold that holding on to it gets increases our faction's power.
But we hold
We
on to
should
it.
at least form.
I like how Movik thinks.
I say
This
we
is
hold on
our-
to it. We booby trap the thing only to which way we know, which I could probably come up with something. Just give me a while, and we leave it for B and come check on it every time we come back.
Yeah. That makes
I concur with the plan.
Okay, what's you guys doing?
set our own bucket of acid and behind.
Perhaps something that the original Trappists would not expect.
We put a club or a hammer at the top on a pulley system. When they open the door, it comes out and smacks them. I'm coming up with ideas now. Itchy.
Thought Crick would be the one itching his eyes, rubbing his eyes.
I've rinsed them. They're clean.
Although I think that Movik would be the one to say the word itchy as he has an itch.
Yep.
Seems goblin-y to me. I don't know.
Is that a Minesweeper shirt?
I made it years ago.
Alright, so you guys are leaving the mushrooms and booby trapping it?
We could
Yeah.
probably take some of the mushrooms. That's...
I have experiments to do with them, so I'll take like a few and put
Okay.
them away.
How are you harvesting?
I will take one of the pieces of leather out and do it that way.
Okay.
So I don't touch them, because fuck that.
As you pluck the first one with the leather, you can see almost like a moistness left on the leather after it came into contact with mushroom.
And I like just look at it, shiver, and go back to picking some more.
Hundreds. Pick as many.
We'll probably get like 20 of them.
Okay. You
So
put
we're not
them in one of
removing
your
the
sack
supply?
or whatever.
Yeah, one of the sacks.
Perhaps we can apply some of this ooze to the handle to the door.
That could work.
Just in case they're interacting with it barehanded.
Do we know what touching it will do? I mean, we assume there's a hallucination, but how powerful?
If it's anything like what happened when inhaling,
So maybe, is there any way that one of you two magic users can set some sort of trap that will light some on fire? Somebody opens the door without knowing how to do it?
Let me check.
it may be beyond our capabilities at this time.
Maybe. Just a humble orc.
Not for lack of knowledge, but in lack of supplies. I'm sure our goblin friend would be more than capable with infinite.
Is there a giant stone around?
I mean, there's a lot of loose, weathered stone bricks that are pretty large.
Does anyone have
Where
a
do you-
rope?
I don't believe that we have any rope.
Damn, never mind.
But can we look around for a rope?
Yeah, I mean, you've picked over this place pretty clean, but if you wanted
Okay.
to check up above again,
There's other room I wanted to check.
you want to fly out and check those other rooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
To three.
I'm
to the left of the
envisioning-
door.
I'm envisioning Julius the Birdman like flapping his wings and just catapulting himself out and up.
All right. So
All right,
you,
Iron
That's-
Man.
Oh,
if you want to roll investigate, then Julius.
finally.
Yeah.
Some appears to be some broken pots and ceramic pots and what used to be appears to be like an old stone like oven that was furnace. The pots have what looks like decayed biological matter in them. Some have like really old stale bread that's just hard as a rock.
Good for throwing.
This appears to be the kitchen off the main hall.
Let me go to the next area on the left.
Okay.
Walk away.
Roll another investigation. Not a lot in this room is usable. The room appears pretty empty.
Satisfied with my investigation.
Right? Are you returning with everyone else down below, or?
Oh, I'll stand at the freeway.
Like standing watch, or?
Yeah.
Being a little curious, I'll check the walls for any signs of maybe another passageway or the like.
Go ahead, roll investigation.
Come on, 3 in a row. All right, 15.
Still better than a quick perception. No. Seems like the walls are pretty solid. Cut stone, or cut from one solid mass of stone.
I remember someone took some pretty heavy necrotic damage. I'd like to offer them 4 good berries.
Appreciate it.
Krillic still has somewhat of a, dark, handprint on his chest from where the ghostly entity touched him.
Is that do they heal the
Yeah, 1
necrotic
health
damage?
point each.
Oh, cool.
Heal
Sweet.
4 hit points.
Appreciate it.
It's a pretty limited supply, but they last a day and provide nourishment. So down to 2.
What was your passive?
14. Sorry.
Passive 11.
Anything else you guys are doing down there?
Well,
I'm
see
gonna
if we
get
can-
out.
Collected all the mushrooms. We may as well vacate the area.
Movic collected 20. There's hundreds more. Were you
Are we-
planning to collect them all?
Are we no longer getting rid of the mushrooms? Is that not a
Oh.
thing anymore?
I think we learned our lesson.
Well, this also has water, which is desirable. I wouldn't want to destroy it.
Well, while you're
Again,
plucking, wow. Movic's
clear
gonna pluck
the-
a few more, find
Okay.
some wooden pieces, see if someone will let him loan their knife, and then he's gonna sharpen them with the leather. He's gonna scrape the mushrooms on the stick, and when everyone's out, he's gonna put the sticks in the ground and then climb out himself.
Make a,
I don't know what you want me to make, but yeah.
I'd say, intelligence check with adding your proficiency. Basically a tink.
So 4 plus.
Plus 2, I guess, is your 20
Okay.
plus 4.
Did it go? Yeah. Oh.
Perhaps putting some
4, 5, 6.
in the
5, 6, 7,
handholds
8, 9, 10. Wow, 11.
would be useful as well.
You might want to say that again.
Perhaps putting some of the ooze in the handholds would be useful to fully complete the trap. In a bout of confusion, one may fall onto the stakes.
Right. Movik crafts several stakes once everyone's clear of the.
Does Movik know what happens? Was he there for that?
Oh,
I think you guys told him just a little bit ago.
Kurlik loans his dagger to Movik. I think I'm the only one. Oh, no, there's Julius has a fancy dagger.
Okay.
Right.
He's kind of just like humming to himself as he goes along to it.
Alright, so you guys all have returned to the surface while Movik's down there. Say, Rick, with your higher perception, you kind of noticed little bits of, almost like that ethereal wispiness, the air over the center. But
I
it's
think
just
we have-
like, very sparse and sporadic.
I'll point it out and say, I think we have another ghostly friend.
Let us.
And I'm going
Thank-
to go to the air to get a better look, that is.
Okay.
Kurlik, try to make this look as it did when you first found it.
Okay.
And then we might.
So did we smear like mushrooms in the handholds and all that shit?
We can. If you really want to, we can.
I think that was the plan.
I was putting them on the spears mostly.
Enolodos.
Alright, did you want to add the mushroom ooze to the handles and to pick on your way out?
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay.
On like a certain side or something like that, so we can avoid it on the way down ourselves.
Makes sense.
Or fly down, do a rope.
I need a rope first.
Right.
We'll find a rope eventually.
I mean, it's not deep enough to damage us from jumping down, probably.
The spears, though. I don't know how dangerous it is.
Movik will let you all know that they're there. He's a bastard, but not that kind of bastard.
Well, I'm just saying so that we can enter safely. Not that we don't know, just may not be safe.
Cool. So that's all done, I guess. And Kurlik is closing the hatch, spreading dust and sand around on it.
Okay, I'd say make a stealth check just to see if you can seal it.
I would say survival check. Or stealth. Here it is. Same thing as far as I'm concerned. Oh, nice. Yes.
You feel like you did a pretty good job recreating it exactly as you thought. Very confident.
Freaking idiot.
It probably doesn't help that I just flew up and blew everything away that you've been working on.
There you go.
Alright, what's your next goal?
I wanted to do a perception on the wispy, ghastly thing.
You can roll perception.
Perhaps we should make our way back to camp.
Does it look like it's another one?
Doesn't look like it's any sort of humanoid shape right now. Looks like, it's just an occasional just flash of wispy energy, etherealness.
And you said it's in the center?
In the center, about 30 feet in the air.
Like- On the stair area?
Yeah, right about there. Where were you?
I don't think we searched everywhere, did we?
You guys covered it pretty thoroughly.
Yeah.
And
think we-
Ebzir was looking for remains or something.
Yeah, you
Right.
didn't really search for that, find any of that.
If the whisper are appearing above the archway, perhaps somebody was buried in the foundations.
Or killed.
We should make a note if we return. But as it is, we have plenty of things to investigate once we return to safety.
Well, we'll pick up a sec. All right, well, let's get going.
Yeah, I'm excited to see more of this area. Which mark on the map do we want to look for next?
About how long has passed, as far as we could tell?
Since you burned the other cave, yes, maybe like 2 hours, 2.5.
So mid-afternoon, quote unquote.
As best you can tell, time is hard to read out here.
Personally, I would like to return to our tent and do some research before continuing.
It's up to see
The day
about.
is still early, right?
And
Whatever it
tell.
is, it's still
Maybe a small side trek on the way back, since we're so far out. Maybe check out the southern area on the way back. Not the southern, but the eastern.
So the cave was at the Y, or the cave was at this little.
Cave
Is that
was
bug?
the X that's shaped like a Y, and then you guys are at the ruins.
Everything else
up
is
and
past
right
the
from it.
oasis.
right.
So Crick wants to check out the bug-shaped thingy.
Whatever is along the way without walking over previously explored.
That's
I think we have to go
pretty far out the way.
from what the map says. We have to go to the left, far out from where we started from.
Can we
Everything
explore
else is
the...
everything else is past the oasis.
Correct. I'm thinking of exploring the unmarked areas south of the ruins.
You want to walk
Or-
toward the cliff?
The way that we
Is that
came.
is that low area or is that high area? I'm not sure.
Well, I think the ruins are up on a high area. Then that
Ruins
little
are,
break in the line is a ramp up to the high area, essentially. So if we walked directly south of the ruins, there would be a drop off. Am I interpreting that map correctly?
correct. And from your
Okay.
visual, view when you walked up the ramp, there was, sloping down as you went further right. The orientation of the map, it turned back into a cliff.
I see. So it's all been visually seen. Maybe not up close. All right, yeah, let's head back.
Head back to Oasis.
Sure. I think, yeah, we wanted to go back to the tent to research.
Okay.
Okay, you guys.
Abzir wants to look at his books.
Yeah, he's got some cool parchment. Not that I know of, but
Guys, pack up and head out, heading back to Oasis. That's, I think, where we're gonna end it for today.
Okey-dokey.
before my berry expires, I want to give another one to Guthma.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I do.
Also, do we get anything for fighting Ghost Guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll figure out XP and send it to you guys as I do through private message.
Sounds good.
Alright. Well, thanks for playing.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a great
That
weekend.
was fun.
Alright.
Alright.
See where
Guys later.
we'll figure out the scheduling for the next game too.